little
it'll,
over 10 minutes, right?
well, it won't upload if it's over 10 minutes, so I was just gonna do like
Can we make
separate
another one?
parts. Yeah, I just started another feed.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Are we done with yours?
Yeah, I think we should
Okay.
probably.
I didn't really write down very much just because, my hand started to cramp. Writing lefty kind of sucks. So my hand got a little crampy and I stopped writing. But, I don't know. She just kind of like, I don't want to say shot all over my idea, but I was talking about how, like, I had discovered more than I had learned, and she said something about, like, you aren't discovering something. But I don't know, I think I kind of disagree, because I think that I did discover knowledge that I probably already had. I just never had the opportunity to, uncover what I was thinking or feeling or something like that. So, I don't know, like, I uncovered things about myself and my interests and, a different outlook on who I am and who other people are. I realized that, a major part of who I am is, happiness. I think without happiness, you can't really lead a very fulfilling life. And, I don't know, it's probably my most important value is happiness, and, like, all of my action projects would show that pretty well.
So how do you feel like you discovered that about yourself? Like, how did you come across that?
I did a bunch of action projects,
Okay.
and Miss Campbell told me that I hadn't really, like, it was when we were doing our midterm marks, and Miss Campbell kind of told me I hadn't really discovered something. Like, I wasn't heading in the direction that she was trying to get me to head. So she asked me to reread everything that I had done and kind of like go through and find things and pick out something.
Yeah.
And as I was looking through this, I saw happiness coming up, the word happiness, just something happy, an emotion that would have led to happiness, just stuff like that. It just kept coming up, and it was just kind of shooting me in the face. And then I realized, well, why did I do this? Why did I do that? So between all of that, it was like, okay, well, why did I do a can drive? I was trying to make people happy. Why did I do the environmental thing? Trying to make me happy. Trying to make the environment happy.
So when you discovered all that, did you have that eureka moment like she's always been describing, or do you think you still have yet to find that?
No, I thought that was my eureka moment, and I imagine it probably was on some level, but it wasn't my eureka moment. The eureka moment I had was when we were talking about vulnerabilities. Happiness led me into vulnerability.
Yeah.
And when I was kind of discovering all of that, you're shifting all over the place. When I was kind of going into that, delving into that, we were having long discussions and reflections and writes and more discussions, and it got crazy. I spent way too much time with her. And, when I said that I had been lying to myself for so long I didn't know it was true anymore, that was my eureka moment. That was the moment that she had been trying to get me to all semester. And actually, she cried and gave me a hug. It was so sweet. I was like, oh, why, thank you.
I think that itself is just enough proof that was your eureka moment.
Well, exactly, because she, I don't know, I guess I kind of, everything she was trying to do, I just realized it for myself, and she was trying to get me to realize it. So, I don't know. That was kind of my eureka moment, I suppose. Yeah. So happiness did lead me into my eureka moment, but it wasn't really. I thought it was, but it wasn't. Oh, and I also realized that the deeper I went into my vulnerabilities, I realized that it was judgment and disconnection that I didn't like, and I think almost everyone can agree that, why we feel vulnerable is judgment. And, I realized that I was labeling people, and I shouldn't have after that video, because, I know whose vulnerabilities are whose, and I'm sitting there thinking like, oh my god, I should have never even thought, such and such a thing about such and such a person, because they aren't being authentic, so I didn't see, what they really were, and I knew I wasn't being authentic either, because, I was labeling people, so, I don't know, I think that's all I learned.
That's incredibly good, though. That's what you've learned.
I didn't really get a choice.
I've done some really good things in this course, but I still think I have yet to have my eureka moment.
Yeah, you need to do. You should have an hour-long conversation with Miss Campbell.
I might do that.
Because that's what got me to where I am, is I sat there for over an hour with Miss Campbell on one occasion. Like, we had already had half-hour-long conversations, and I've done reflections, and she would reflect on my reflections, then I'd re-reflect on them.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of work before that, but it was really just sitting down for an hour and talking to her, and that's what got me there. That might be what you need to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I still feel like I don't really know who I am. Like, I haven't decided how I'm going to answer that question. Like, I don't know.
I don't think you can ever know who you are.
Yeah, 'cause
Like,
it's
you can know
always
who you are at that
Yeah.
minute in time, or that instance in time.
So, it's so dark.
Or even over that.
With the light balance.
To my play.
Oh, good luck.
Thank you.
Good luck, have
Bye.
fun.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's right. We got you walking out the room. But yeah, so I don't know. Reading really
I'm
helps.
just trying to get, because it's with
I've been
the.
reading a book, Brene Brown. It's actually her book. It's really good.
I know,
It's
she-
all about
I know.
Brene Brown.
She's got some pretty awesome stuff. You know what
Shannon.
helped me a lot was reading the manuscript for her talk.
Okay.
Like the one that we watched, reading that helped me discover so much about myself. Because, you know, she introduced that right off the bat, and she didn't really explain why she was. And, you know, later when I was talking to her about it, she's like, well, I was trying to just open up all these different doors for you guys to kind of delve into stuff. And I was like, well, you kind of left that without telling anyone what you were trying to accomplish. Like with the action projects, I thought it meant like go take action.
Yeah,
I didn't
that's what I
real-
thought too.
I didn't realize she wanted us to research, and that was the action. That's why I did like a can drive and the environmental thing. I would have never done those if I realized she just wanted us to research.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think a little bit more explanation as to,
What to do.
because you know this is the first course I've ever taken like
Oh, I
this.
know. I was so lost at the start. I like structure, I think. Because it also, I don't know. Because like I said, I'm a procrastinator, right? If I have structure, I'll get it done because it's like it's due or whatever. But
Yeah. I think due dates for certain things could have been a little bit more helpful.
Yeah.
Too. Like I was always doing stuff just because I was trying to like I didn't know what to do, so I was always doing something just to try and make sure that I'm just doing something.
Yeah.
But I never actually really did anything of like value. That's why in my vulnerability in that video, it's still not up on YouTube yet because we're having issues getting it up there.
I loved that video. I thought it was so
Thanks.
good.
Thanks. Me and Sabrina worked really hard on that.
It was a good idea. I thought it was really good. People who did it non-anonymously, just that took a lot of courage to be able to say their vulnerability and be honest about it.
Yeah, it was really good. We picked a pretty good song for it too. I liked the
Yeah,
song.
it was stuck in my head all day long.
Yeah, I needed to fix the video because the song got cut out partway through it. It's like, oh,
I didn't even notice.
where'd the music go? Me and Sabrina noticed. We're looking at each other like, where's the music?
Oh,
But as long as you didn't notice, then it wouldn't.
no. I thought it was supposed to be like that.
Oh, hopefully everyone thought so. Are you still videotaping us? I thought we were just chatting now.
Yeah.
I could tell she was videotaping.
Well, I thought she was still just like
going.
messing around with the camera.
Yeah. It's at 8 minutes and 24
press stop.
seconds. Okay.
We can probably stop.
Okay. Wait. Bye. Bye. Bye.
Happy birthday, Shannon.